Norwich City 0, Watford 1. Yes! Come on. That is massive. Oh, my heart is absolutely all over the place. Watford, we've done it. We've done it the hard way, but we've done it at the home of the already promoted Norwich City. We've done the double, and it's a absolutely ginormous 3 points at Carrow Road. Come on. I said we need to just hang in there, keep on pushing. We'll get that chance to score and then defend for our lives. And that's exactly what we did. We threw our bodies on the line. And I said after that Luton game, the perfect medicine is to win at the Carrow Road. And we've gone and done it. Come on. This is so big. Up to 85 points. We've done the double over Norwich. Thank you very much. Massive. And to top it all off, Brentford drop 2 points. Come on. Oh, Brentford in 4th, 75. Swansea in 3rd, 80... No, hang on. Yeah, Swansea in 3rd, 76. Watford now in 2nd, 85. And Norwich, I think, on like 90-something. So we're actually quite close to Norwich. Could we even get the title? No. I literally, at this point, I don't care about the title. I care about getting promoted. Come on. What it is now, as it stands, provided that I think Swansea, if they draw their game against QPR, whatever, I don't even know at this point, because there's so many different permutations. But as it stands, 4 points. 4 points needed if everyone else wins their game. So, something could go right. Something could go badly for one of the other teams. We don't know. But if not, 4 points. Win versus Millwall, draw versus one of Brentford or Swansea. But at this point, we got to just focus on ourselves and with every game, go to it believing we can win, because that was a game not many people would have backed us. But we've gone there and we've done a job on Norwich, who really were poor, but we were absolutely deserving of the win. The better team, the better chances, grinding it out, the best defence in the Championship, basically just nullifying the best attack in the league. Thank you very much. What a win. Team spirit, massive 3 points. Oh, I'm absolutely raving after that. Absolutely raving. Come on. 3 points. That is so big in our season. And the winner comes from signing Dan Gosling. You love to see it. Oh, okay. My first half review, if you haven't already checked it out, what are you doing? It's an absolute humdinger. I'll put it in the description. Go give it a watch. Smash a like on it. But this, my friends, is our second half review of Norwich City 0, Watford 1. Okay, so to start off with, 52 minutes in, and Sarr just slips. It's really unlucky because the defender's coming in. He can't keep his feet. And it's a really good chance spurned. And then, so many times in that second half, guess who was there in the right place at the right time for Norwich? Grant Hanley, a guy that we thought wasn't going to be able to play this game. We also thought Pukki and Cantwell wouldn't be fit for these games, but they managed to play. Bit weird, that one. But anyway, the point is just last-ditch stuff for Norwich, because we were putting them under the cosh by so much, battering them with chances in that second half especially. But it was nervy, because we know the threat Norwich have got. They're the Premier League team right now, for goodness sake. They are the best team in the league. That is always going to be in the back of our minds. But we just did enough to control the situation. And it's so easy when you're winning a game like this to spiral out of control and just to do something silly. Just to lose a little bit of concentration, make a foul in a bad area, i.e. the penalty area, but, you know, another position of the pitch. Make that little mistake around the back. But the players were switched on. They were absolutely, you know, just digging in, biting at the bit, really, and just completely just taking it by the scruff of the neck. And that is so big. That mentality, that winning mentality, if we can get promoted. So, massive, absolutely massive. 55 minutes, and you're thinking, come on, we cannot let Todd Cantwell run this much, because we know the quality he's got. He can shift it and shoot. But luckily, Backman was able to get behind it after a slight deflection off Ekong. Troost-Ekong, again, with Sarr, both of them very solid, and they didn't quite make as many mistakes sometimes as they do. But the point is, they made big headers, they made big blocks, and the team put their body on the line. And that's what we want every week, to see that commitment. And it was enough to get 3 points off the Canaries tonight. Lovely. So there was this 1 point, right, in the second half, and it was like an amazing 3-minute swing where the goal comes along for Watford, and we get news of a goal at the Brentford Stadium. So let me talk you through this absolutely beautiful goal. It drops down, and it comes, and it's on that left-hand side. Ken Sema does really well, keeps on fighting at it, keeps on, nicking in there, never giving up. And that is fantastic from the Sweden international. And then it falls at the edge of the box to João Pedro, the Brazilian youngster, the absolutely wonderful player. So much potential, and he's just ripping it up in the Championship. And what does he do? He stays I'm not staying calm and composed. He stays calm and composed. What a lot of Watford fans weren't at that point, because they were completely stressing out about this game. He gets the ball and he just thinks, okay, what's the best avenue? Well, there's a pretty crowded penalty box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to thread it through like the eye of a needle into that box. And there you go. There you have it, on a plate for Dan Gosling. What a pass and what a finish. He makes up Dan Gosling for those missed chances in the first half. And that is big. A big moment in our season. And it's great to see Dan Gosling celebrate that goal like he's just won the World Cup. And did you see Ken Sema at the end there? That challenge to make it go out for a goal kick. It was like he'd won the World Cup. The roar of a lion. A Swedish lion. It was brilliant. But anyway, Dan Gosling gets the goal, and it's brilliant because he just adjusts his foot so well. The outside of it just cushions it and slots it past Tim Krul. Fantastic team goal from the Golden Boys. And you're thinking, we were the team with the more attempts. We were the team dictating the play at the start of that second half. And actually, we thoroughly deserved that goal. So it was coming just at the right time. So then that goal goes in, and we hear about a goal at Brentford. And it's a goal for Cardiff. And Kiefer Moore, what a legend, slots home the penalty. And you're like, come on, this is brilliant. And at that point in time, just at that point in time, because of the way results were going, it was 2 points needed for promotion. Now, obviously, it can all change during a game. There's so many minutes to a game. But the point was, that was amazing to know that 2 points. So, Millwall, and you win that, and you're promoted. At that point in time, obviously, it changed. But the point is, it was a crazy few minutes. And it was stroked in perfectly by Gosling, who I thought had a really good game, and the fact that he got himself involved in the chances today. He really got in the right positions, should have maybe finished a few more off, but he made up for it with that absolutely humongous goal. So then you're thinking, okay, we've got the goal. We've got the goal at the home of the promoted Norwich City. Let's just try somehow to contain the situation, because we knew Norwich, they want that title. A win today, they can get the title, and they're going to be reacting negatively. They're going to be saying, right, lads, this is not good enough. Oh, hang on, what's this? 10,000 steps, thank you very much. No, basically, we know Norwich are going to come straight back at us because they want that title. They don't want to, lose another game in a row. And I don't think it was a nightmare against Bournemouth. I mean, the red card didn't help. Maybe not a red card, in my opinion, from Diamatrulis or whatever his name is, the fullback. But today, Norwich just weren't quite as good. But that's because of Watford's defence. We thwarted them. We blocked them at every opportunity. And it was just fantastic. And it was just one of those nervy things with Watford. When we're winning, there's always that capability that we can go and throw it away. That's just the life of a Watford fan, all right? You Watford fans will know that is sometimes what happens, and we saw it in the semi-final in 2013. We win the final, Deeney scores, absolute scenes, and talking of Deeney, he was brilliant on that touchline, and he, was at there at the full time, hugging all the players, congratsing them, and, watching in the stands with his hoodie. It's unfortunate he can't be involved, but he's still an influence off the pitch, and it's brilliant to see him show that passion and show that commitment. But yeah, with Watford, we've seen it before. We've kind of always got there and then quite kind of falling at the last. We've seen it with that 2013 final against Palace, we get there in an absolutely extraordinary fashion, then we lose the final. You know, FA Cup final, we have an amazing cup run. We get smashed 6-0 to, an absolutely irresistible Man City team. It's just always not quite what we want. But if we can just keep going, touch wood, maybe, just maybe, we can get a immediate automatic promotion. And that would be amazing because it just shows the bounce back ability of this team. And some of the signings have just been absolutely brilliant. Sarr, Ikong, massive signings. And let's, of course, mention in that midfield, I think he's been absolutely brilliant this season. He's not been a signing, but he's almost been a new signing because of his improvement. And that is Nathaniel Chalobah. Fantastic. Should have got an assist late on, but we'll talk about that in a second. The point is, it was nervy and we didn't want it to let slip. And then you're thinking, right, defenders, just keep your head, really just focus on the rest of the game, see this out, because my heart was beating out of my chest. It was horrible. But just about, we give away a free kick and you're thinking, come on, there's no need for that. Francisco Sarr, he's been amazing all season. Just stay on your feet. There's no need to make that challenge on Teemu Pukki. Gives them a free kick in a pretty, needless position. So 63 minutes in, and Cantwell, luckily, he couldn't keep the effort down because it was really, really good play on the wing from Max Aarons. Just kept on charging, kept on running, and really good to set it up for Todd Cantwell. But yeah, he just really didn't get the connection right. It bounced up to him, the volley was sent over, and yeah, missed chance. But the game was not won yet, and it was just like, I just want this game to be over. It was torture. So then Watford, I think, with that goal, they deserve it because they start that first half strong and they start the second half strong. So, it's fair enough. Obviously, it was always nervy and my nerves were jangling. But then we hear Brentford get an equaliser. And the most frustrating thing about it is it's 6 minutes, just 6 minutes after Cardiff score. And it's the most ridiculous goal for Cardiff to concede. Like, Smithies, what are you doing? It's a pop shot from Fosu Henry or whatever he's called, from miles out, and Smithies just watches the ball and then just doesn't get his body behind it. It slips through him like a jelly. I don't know. It was just, nah, man, you got to be saving that. So really a kick in the teeth that was. But we still knew, let's focus on ourselves. Let's not look at the Brentford score. Let's focus on ourselves, and this would be a massive win at the home of the team top of the Championship. 76 minutes in, and Chalobah comes on and does a great piece of impact already. What a lovely tackle. So good from Chalobah. Winning back the ball, showing that desire, and a great weighted pass to Andre Gray. And the substitute Gray, he scored in the Carrow Road in last season's Premier League. I thought he was going to do it again, but how has he not pulled the trigger on that? And that's the Chalobah assist that he should have had, that we mentioned earlier. Gray just took too long, and fair enough, Grant Hanley got back at the perfect time to make the sliding block. But Gray, you've just got to be more, decisive, got to be more clinical, because when you get the ball in those tight situations, you've just got to pull the trigger. And at the end of the day, you can pull the trigger and it can go wide, but at least you won't have that regret of saying, oh, what if I'd shot earlier? So, yeah, it's unfortunate. 79 minutes, and you're thinking, how did we not clear that ball? Because I was having a breakdown. We literally managed to get it away, but never quite outside the box. And then one point we give it back to Teemu Pukki, and you're thinking, come on, what are we doing? But luckily we were able to clear it after a bit of major pinball, and it's cleared away. And then cleverly, absolutely, he shows that commitment, but sometimes it's too much. And to be fair, he did get a booking today, which was a cynical booking, but he was living dangerously, basically, and at points you thought, okay, we've got to take Cleverly off because we don't want him to get yellow carded and get that second yellow. So, yeah, basically, the entire remainder of the game was just torture. It was just seeing this game not end was torture, and we just wanted the whistle, that heavenly whistle, to just blow. So 7 minutes of injury time, and you're thinking, is this the longest 7 minutes I've ever experienced in my life? You got to be joking. Like, the referees, they're taking the mick at this point. 7 minutes. I mean, I guess there were a few stoppages, but it didn't feel like that. Anyway, Buendia. Now, Emi Buendia, you've been a brilliant player this season, but there is no need for that disgusting diving behaviour. he doesn't get touched at all. And he just goes over and throws himself to the floor. Come on, man. You're not doing yourself any favours there. So, yeah. Sarr, what a player. What an absolute player. He is something special. And Watford were very much, clever and justified to spend 40 million on this guy. Because I think his value just keeps increasing day to day. And he just is so clinical. But today he couldn't get the goal. Unfortunate, but there was so much other things to his game that were brilliant. And, Sarr can't function like that if the players around him aren't doing brilliantly. And that's what was really good about it today. Second half, we gave Sarr a bit more support. We gave him a bit more avenues to go forward. And his positioning at times, his strength, his football intelligence were just fantastic. So, yeah, had to be man of the match for me tonight. Really was a threat on that right-hand side all game. And so quick, so strong. And really should have had a goal, but at times was unlucky. So it's really good to see from Watford these kind of big games that Watford, the people outside of Watford fans would doubt us, but we've proved the doubters wrong. And we've just shown that high intensity in a high caliber game. The high stakes, and we've brought it. We've brought the package. Just collectively, we defended as a team. We threw our bodies on the line. We made some really good blocks. William Troost-Ekong, that is a fantastic block in the game. And then, of course, Will Hughes steps up. 94th minute, and you're thinking, this is what we need. We need to just get back and see off what we've, done, which has been really good attacking play and really good chances. But then the block comes in from Will Hughes, and Vrancic, when he gets that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's a goal. Because you just kind of see the angle it falls to him, and you think, he's gonna tuck that in. But Will Hughes, massive block. Really, really good to see. And it ends. It ends at Carrow Road. Norwich City 0, Watford 1. Absolutely massive. Brentford dropping 2 points. And we just dug in for that win. We really did. We've done the double over Norwich. And that is a crucial result. So, yeah. We said about that Sema challenge at the end. It was fantastic. His, just inner expression. His inner delight for that challenge, and we knew how big a result that was, with all the players at the end just really, smiling at each other, really embracing each other. Massive, absolutely massive. But now we have to follow it up with a win against Millwall, because we can't go back to our inconsistent selves like we were against Luton. That game is definitely now a springboard for the rest of the season. That intensity, if we replicate it, will be very hard to stop from getting to the Premier League. But yeah, massive, absolutely massive. And I think it makes up for that Luton game, because, if you'd have seen it as we lose to Luton and then we beat Norwich, yeah, it's not ideal, but it's really good to beat Norwich. But if it was we'd beaten Luton and then lost to Norwich, you'd say, okay, fair enough. You can expect that. Norwich are the best team in the league. So we've actually, corrected those mistakes from Saturday, which is what we wanted to do. We've kind of redeemed ourselves, and that is brilliant to see that kind of mentality and that mindset. So, fantastic, Watford. 4 points if everyone wins. We don't know what the Swansea score is right now. Let me go quickly check that for you people. But the Brentford game did, in fact, end 1-1 with Cardiff. So, yeah, it's fantastic to see it's fantastic to see Brentford drop points. So, it's the 64th minute right now, and it's still 0-0 at the Liberty. So, fingers crossed. Come on, QPR. At least hold them out for a draw. But the thing you got to remember is Reading's next game is against Swansea. So let's hope Reading do us some favours there. But yeah, that game against Millwall is going to be big. But ultimately, that result against Norwich, not many people would have saw it coming. And it could play a massive role. Thanks for watching my match review of Norwich City 0, Watford 1. And we battled for the clean sheet and for the 3 points against Daniel Farke's Norwich City. Come on!